Hello ladies and gents to No Drama Just Movies Rapid Reviews. Before we visit Jurassic World Rebirth, I wanted to go through all the previous installments of the Jurassic Park franchise. So I watched The Lost World Jurassic Park recently, and I had some thoughts. I liked the opening. Similarly to the opening in the first one, it establishes the tone. There will be monsters, and they will be hungry. It's good to see Jeff Goldblum again, although he plays Malcolm a little different here, more composed, dare I say, contained. Giving Malcolm a daughter creates an interesting new dynamic for him, adding a personal issue for him to solve, as well as the external dinosaur problem. They just didn't do much with that, so her inclusion felt a bit more random. As for the dinosaurs, the magic seems to have vanished already. The Stegosaurus reveal when they arrive on the island should have been so much more. It lacks the awe and wonder of the first dinosaur reveal in Jurassic Park. And yes, maybe it's because Malcolm is a ride this time and he's seen dinosaurs before, but everyone else is new to this, right? I'm sorry to say that the script felt sloppy, and it makes sense if they rushed production to get a sequel out as soon as possible. Some things just didn't make sense. When Nick and Sarah bring the T-Rex baby into the trailer, Malcolm doesn't immediately panic and tell them to get it out. It feels very much out of character for someone who was nearly trampled by one of them. "Mummy's very angry" is a cool line, but again, I don't think Malcolm would be the one saying it. One of the InGen guys not hearing Dieter is fine, but there should be more than a dozen other people within hearing distance. How does Carter not see Dieter's backpack still lying there? And how is Dieter not able to defend himself against these tiny compies? Yes, in the book they're apparently described as venomous, essentially weakening and immobilizing their prey, but there was no indication of that here. The plot armor was strong with Sarah and Malcolm. In the raptor scene, once they get to the building, they should have died a couple times. Malcolm appearing suddenly in that waterfall scene was slightly infuriating. The T-Rex was just chomping down on the long-haired guy, then 2 seconds later Malcolm comes through the waterfall. Leaving out how he found them, how quickly did the T-Rex disappear for that to work? I did like the sequence of the Rexes attacking the trailer once they're done just standing around. It's a tense action sequence of people trying to solve the problem, something going wrong with their solution, and them having to adapt it. I also like the chaos of the 2 Rexes invading the camp, and the shot of the raptors carving a path through the high grass. But on the other hand, there are too many people here I barely know enough to get invested in their survival. So, unlike in the first film, which played with the tension of watching a character you cared about getting chased, this one plays more on the spectacle of a big lizard chasing. There was a hint of philosophical conflict. The conversation between Malcolm's group and the InGen hunters that essentially posed the question of who owns these dinosaurs. Do they have the right to live in peace if they're essentially InGen property? But again, the movie doesn't fully explore this angle, and it's not as tight a theme as we had in the first film. I did like the last 20-odd minutes. The T-Rex roaring in front of the skyline was a great shot, and seeing it stomp through the city was a fun idea to add something new. That said, the poster of Arnold Schwarzenegger as King Lear and the Japanese men running away from the T-Rex in a clear nod to Godzilla all felt a little too cute for me, robbing the scene of serious tension. Overall, I like that they've updated the man versus nature story, or civilized man versus chaotic nature if you want to be more specific, adding the shift that people are now the aggressors, disrupting the natural order of the island. There were some good horror moments here, as well as the charm and competence of the actors. But the script was seriously lacking, and I wasn't as invested in the characters as I was during the first film. And without characters, at least for me, it's just empty spectacle. I'm sorry to say that already the cracks in the franchise are showing. And that's all. Roll credits.